Hey guys, Miss Tracy here. We're back on Fallout 76 and we're checking out camps. And I'm going to give you guys a few little tips and pointers and show you guys my camp and explain how I do my stuff. So I have a floating camp. So right now I have a nothing camp. I have gone through and I've deleted everything, and all I have right now is this foundation and a couple stored floors and steps to show you here in a second. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm not going to put up a stairs here because I can actually walk up this. It's kind of bizarre. Seems like a big one. I will eventually want stairs down here, but for now, I'm just going to ignore that, and I'm going to go to stored. Otherwise, I would go over here to stairs, and I would pick the stairs I want, which are now these. So I have the foundation here, and I'm going to put stairs up right here. Now next, I'm going to put down a regular floor, not a foundation, so that's down here. And by the way, I do not recommend getting this shag carpet floor. I think it looks like crap. So I got the nice wood floor here. So I'm going to hook that up there. And then you can just build whatever you want off of this right here. I could keep building that way. I could put up another stairs, make a spiral staircase going up, the turrets on every floor. You know, you can kind of go wherever you want from there. But what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to tear this down. I'm going to store it. And I'm going to show you I have a blueprint made. So I went through and I took a blueprint of my base. And I just realized it's my base with brick walls. That's okay. We will fix that because I don't like the brick walls. So I have most of my base in this blueprint because the blueprint is totally full, but I could not tag everything in my base. I'll show you how to make a blueprint here in a second. But first I'm going to put this down. I like to put it down like right about here, but I like to have some elevation with the foundation, make the house kind of elevate. I'm going to put it up as high as I can. There we go. And the first thing I'm going to do is put down some stairs. Now, I don't think I'll be able to put down these stairs. I think it'll say like it's floating. Yep, so I have to do these stairs. Which is nice because then I have the little flowers here. I kind of like this spot. So I'm actually going to go through and I'm going to delete piece by piece to try to put the right wall back. Like I think I can scrap that and then put down the right wall. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to fix my walls. So when you do walls, you have different walls through here like this. So I want the door frame here. Now it gets a little tricky. Let's do the door frame over here and show you. Sometimes you go to put it on and look, it's got it inside out. So you can back up a little bit or you can rotate it by turning it with your trigger buttons. So I'm going to try to put it on. There we go. Hit A before it moves on its own again. All right, then I'll fix these and I'll be right back. Now I'm adding some floors out front here now that I put the walls back. And what I want to show you is that you can actually put the floors on at like a sideways kind of thing. Here, let me just show you like right here. So yeah, I can put it right here, but I can also go down and put it like halfway on the edge. See you have a bit of spacing in there. So just a little variety you can mess around with. I'm going to turn this. All right, so the other things I had marked in this were just some crafting benches and like this rug here. So I'm going to want to put down the rest of my crafting benches. So I'm going to put them around on the floor in the corners, and I will fast forward until I go there. Or do that. But here, let me show you where I go for that first. I need to go, where is crafting? Right there. This is where all your crafting benches are. If you don't have these benches, it's because you don't have the plans for them. You got to find the plans around the world. So I'm going to go ahead and put everything down, and I'll be right back. All right, now I've got all the workbenches up, and I'm going to go and put doors on after I find the right doors. Here, we'll just do these. You can switch how you want the door to go by kind of moving back and forth a little bit. I want to go that way. All right, now you can't open the doors while you're in this mode. That drives me insane. So I have to back out, open my doors. And I'll see that one opens in, but I want this one to open out. So I'm going to go and I'm going to put it on from the other side. Oops, I hit that twice. So I pick it up with A. And then I'm going to turn it around back here. But I believe that if it will let me place it down. Well, that's bizarre. Okay, let's try placing it this way. Okay, so sometimes things get weird like this, and once you pick them up, you can't put them back in the same spot. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to store it, and I'm going to start over. There we go. Now if I flip it this way, is it going to still open from the outside? Let's see. does still open inside, so I have to face it the other direction. Oh! 1 sec. Okay, and now because I'm shameless, I'm going to do my other blueprint, which I will show you. Actually, this one I want the door shut for so I can line it up right. Now I blueprinted these letters so that I could place them down in one go. Even though they're not quite perfectly straight, which drives me a little crazy, but I cannot line them up any better than that. So when you put down these letters, you want to make sure you really like put them as far to the outside of the wall as you can. If you kind of like put them too close to the inside or you turn them at all, they'll end up getting glitched into the wall when you load in, and it's really irritating because you can't seem to find them again. If that happens, try scrapping the door frame or whatever piece of wall or whatever you have these letters on. Scrap that or store that, and hopefully those will show up in your inventory too. Alright, so now that we've got that on there, I'm going to open the door back up. And next I'm going to show you the power I've got going on here. So I have this fusion generator down here. It's already up on the wall. And I get 100 power from this. I got the blueprint from, I think, completing something with a power plant. And if you look up top there, I have a power pylon attached to it. That pylon will actually be what powers all the stuff in my house. So just having that up there will make everything near it that's plugged in up top work. So that is in a very specific spot, which is why I have it as part of the blueprint, because that'll power everything in my house, the front light, the back light, and I can also reach the purifiers that I'll put on my back porch, which is a spoiler, by the way, for later. I will be putting them on the porch and not on the ground or in the water, which is kind of a neat trick. I'll show you in a little bit. So we'll head back up here and we'll put in some lights. Okay, I have a few different lights set up. So I'm going to do these guys out front. Just kind of on either doorway. Oop. And I'll do those on the back door too. So you'll notice I put those lights down and I did not need to plug them in or anything. So again, I have that power pylon on the top there. I'm going to put these lights in the middle here just to give it a little more light in the very center. And that's good for now for lights. I'll put up some outside too, but that's all I'm going to put up inside. Now, no home is complete without a bed. Now, if you put the mattress or the sleeping bag like this straight on the ground, or the mattress like this straight on the ground, you have a risk of catching a disease when you go to sleep. So we're going to make sure we put up a bed. I've got a nice fancy one I'm going to put up down here. And actually, I like to put a little rug under the bed. Fancy. So we're going to do that first. We'll go to Floor Decor. They have some pretty nice runs in the Atomic Shop, but I'm broke. So we're going to go down here. Just going to kind of line that up in the middle here. There, now I'll put the bed on it. Neat trick here now, if I pick up the rug, I will move the bed around too. So I'm going to actually straighten that out a little bit. All right, now I'm going to put down my decon shower, which is a little tricky, so I've made another blueprint for that. Okay, I explained more about this in my video on the decontamination shower, but I have to actually place this down on top of something, so I put it down on top of the Vault Girl. Just gotta get her in the right spot, 1 sec. Okay, so I had to move that around a lot to get that to place. And by the way, before I placed this big item, which took a ton of materials, I actually went through and I went back and put on my perk card and made sure my perk card was on, which I should have showed you at the beginning of this. So it's here under intelligence. You make sure you have contractor on. You don't have to keep it on. You can just put it on while you're building and then take it off when you're done, but it makes your workshop material or items now cost 50% fewer materials. So that's super handy, especially with stuff like the decon shower, which take a ton of stuff. So now I'm going to put up some decorations on the walls because I like pretty stuff. Now again, you can cycle through these to find this different stuff you want. Now these paintings can get plugged into a light source or plug straight into the generator out there, or not a light source, a power connector. and they'll actually turn on and light up, but I actually just prefer them not lit up personally. So I'm going to put some stuff up and I'll be right back. Okay, I put up all this pretty stuff and I totally forgot to put up like the most important camp item, which is the stash box. So that's going to go right here. And of course I also forgot another very important one. Where is that? Okay, it took me a minute to find that, but it's under chairs. And of course I need my trusty trumpet here. Alright, so I also like to move my actual camp box. Now, when you put down your camp, it starts right here somewhere. It's right in the middle of the camp, so I just gotta find it. Here it is. This is the spot where my friends will spawn, no matter what I do. This is where they will spawn. Even though I'm going to move this, they will still spawn there, but I'm going to move this inside so it looks a little neater. Okay, I'm going to put this down, and I'm going to go kill whatever the hell that is. Alright, we've got some extra stuff in here that needs power, so I do explain this better in my decontamination shower video, but I'm going to put a power nodule out here, whatever the hell it's called. Let's see. Not third person, open thing. Alright, so we want the one that sticks straight out here, and I'm going to actually stick that right on the edge here. Now, what I forgot to do in the video about the decon showers, I forgot to do the most important thing, which is connect that to your generator to make that actually have power. See, it's got a little green light. That means it is powered. Now I can connect that, hopefully, to my switch. Yay, let me connect it in one try. Now, the switch isn't automatically on the decon shower. I put it on there myself because I prefer to have the switch on there. And actually, why is that? It's backwards, I just realized. Well, I'll move that around later. So eventually I'll move that switch around to the front so you can turn this on and off because I don't like having that sound on all the time. Speaking of which... Alright, so now I'm going to put some stuff outside. Now, I told you I had that little secret about putting a water purifier up here. First, you have to know there are purifiers you can put in dirt, not just in water. So these ones usually go down here. However, as of right now, and hopefully they don't fix this, if you put down a campfire and you maneuver your purifier in the right way, kind of move it around a little bit, you can actually place it on the campfire. It will float like that, but now this is up here and nice and handy for my back door rather than me having to go run around in the ground looking for it. So I'm going to put that here, and I'm actually going to lock this one. So you can go here and put on your lock. Now, people can actually unlock these, but when they do, they become wanted. So if you don't want people stealing your water, it's a good way to deter people by doing this. You can lock your front doors too, but I like to have people be allowed to come in. In fact, I actually put extra water down below so that people can have water down there, and I put a little Vault Boy pointing at it, which I'll show you here eventually. But let me show you this. You have to plug these in. So I have a way to put a purifier down and turn it the right direction to have it just barely get plugged into that. So that's going to take me a while to figure out again, and once I do, I will come back to the video. So one sec. Alright, so I've put down some stuff, some more decorations, and then these purifiers and whatnot. First I'm going to show you that I can't actually plug in these purifiers down here. Well, I want to go into this. There we go. So I'm going to try to attach a wire here, and then go here, and it says, if I can get there, wire is too long. So actually I stuck a little wire up here, and I'm going to put the middle one here on that because it's kind of the closest to it. And then what I'll do is I'll just connect these guys to the middle one. So then I've got these ones up front, and they got a little arrow pointing to them, and these are not locked. And then I put up a second one in back and moved my cooking stand. So I've got two locked ones in back. And just to kind of give people a little hint, I'm going to add something else. There's a sign down here. Restricted. So if I can just get in here the right way. That one. There we go. That's a little hint to get people to not touch those. They're restricted. Yay, you get it. Now I'm going to do a little more stuff outside. I think the inside is pretty much done. I didn't really cover the roof, but I'll show you real quick. There's the flat roof, and then there's these corner ones you can turn with the triggers. And then there's this top one here. There's also another top one if you go over. I kind of like that one too, but my little power pole's in the way there. So now I'm going to move on and I'm going to do something that you can only do in certain spots. Now, some places have like a junk pile or like this one, and you can put extractors on them. So if you put down your camp and you go over here to resources and something comes up, you see there, that came up and it automatically put it right over there for me to show where I could put it. So this mineral extractor here would not show up if I didn't have a place for it. So I'm going to place that. Now that needs a wire too, and I believe, oh no, that's not too long. So I'm pretty close to it here. And I'm also going to put up a light over here. Alright, now let's see if I can connect that to that. I can. Look at that. Now this light is going to shine on my crops and such that I'm going to put up here. I put up razor grain because it's needed for the cow, and I don't really need the fertilizer that the cow produces, but I like having a cow. So priorities, you know. So I'm going to put down some of these crops here. You need a crop and fertilizer to put one down. Sometimes when you put down the razor grain, it shows up like super, super oversized, and I don't know why, but it seems to be better today. Alright, so I make sure I have 4 razor grain, and I always grab them when I spawn in so that I can make this guy right here. So it looks like just a wheelbarrow. You're like, oh, yay, fertilizer producer. But actually, this will give you a cow. Neat little thing about this cow is, well, it's kind of sad if someone kills it. It sucks because you have to repair the cow and you need razor grain to do that. But your turrets, if you have turrets up, will attack whoever shot your cow, and sometimes they'll leave you a nice bag of junk on the ground. That's always wonderful to come home to. So speaking of turrets, I'm going to put up 2 turrets, and that is the most I'm going to put up because turrets take up so much room in your budget. I also have these walls here. These are considered defenses. Sometimes when things come up to attack, they'll focus more on these walls right here than other stuff. Oh, and turrets, sorry. Turrets are here. So I have home defense too, so I'm going to put one of these really good turrets here. And I'm going to put it like right on the edge. Kind of facing the corner as much as possible. So that it really gets some good range. I can hit the side of the house. Now I used to have one up over here on this side, but that just takes up too much budget. So I'm going to put one down here. But if you watch my video on the turret glitch, there's this glitch where the turrets will disappear and you actually need something underneath them to fix it. It's better explained in that other video. But so bottom line here is I need to put down a foundation to put down a turret back here by my cow and crops. So there's that. Now if this turret glitches out and disappears, but doesn't disappear from my budget, I can just store or scrap this piece of foundation here, and then bam, my turret will show up in my stored inventory. So yeah, I'm going to put up some more crops. I forget exactly which ones. I think it's like mut fruit and corn and maybe potatoes. If you put those down, you can make adhesive in one of the crafting benches, and that's really helpful. I mean, otherwise, I think I'm just going to put up a few more little things, and I don't really have much else to show you here today. So, I hope you guys enjoy the video, and please subscribe. I know I ask it every time, but it really, really makes me feel good when I see that number go up. So, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.